I took the chart from Andre, opened the door, and called, "Lucy?" In her usual rambunctious manner, this rather large, older black American woman noisily proceeded through the door. "And you know, I came early, even though I knew I'd have to wait. Don't you ever change? Are we ever going to come in here and not have to wait on you?" She loudly questioned me as she pushed through the door. "Oh my God, it is you!" Marianne exclaimed as she ran over to Lucy and attempted to hug her. Lucy's expression, first of non-recognition, quickly changed to disbelief and then to surprise. "Wow," she said as she returned the embrace. Then they hugged and both started crying. Of course, we had an audience because of all the commotion. The patient from the room peeked out, holding the ice on her butt, gown flapping in the air. Andre and I were standing by, watching, curious about what exactly was happening here. Even the patient in the waiting room she had just left behind stood by, curiously straining to see or hear what was going on. When they released from their embrace, I asked, "So you two know each other?" "Are you kidding?" Marianne replied. "Lucy is the one who got me through Christopher's hospitalization." And then it dawned on me. Who? Lucy. Housekeeping aide? What? Hospital employee? Where? The New York Hospital, Weill Cornell? Neonatal intensive care unit? When? 1971 to 1999. Outcome? Retired. Who? Marianne, mother of Christopher. What? Severe premature birth. Where? The New York Hospital, Weill Cornell, Neonatal Intensive Care Unit. When? 1986. Outcome? Discharged after 6 months of hospitalization. Not having the benefit of my perspective, everyone else was still gawking at the scene around the desk. "You might as well tell the story," smiled Marianne. So I told the story. As I finished, everyone stared at me in amazement. "You know, Doc, you ought to write a book," Lucy quipped. "You're right, Lucy. That should be my next project, because there are many more reasons to believe where that one came from."